Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today I have a 3v3 ladder match here on the most amazing Roxas map generator. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players. We'll start with Team 1 on the northwestern side, also known as the blue team. And then we'll have Team 2 on the southeastern side, also known as the red team. Starting off with Team 1's upper plateau player here in the southwest, we have in amethyst purple, it is Blade. He is a Cybern for this match as a 1448. Rated to his northeast, we have in royal blue, it is Gava. He is a Cybern. He is a 1175 rated. And rounding out Team 1, we have in stage blue, it is another Cybern. It is Drimmer playing as a 2090 rated, the highest rated player on Team 1 and in the game overall. So for Team 1 side of the map, we have, well, 3 Cyberns. So that means 0 UEF, 0 Aeon, 0 Seraphim, and again, like I said, 3 Cyberns. Moving on to Team 2 southern side first, we have in Blood Angel Red, it is Excited. He's doubly excited because he's playing as a Cybern for this match as a 1774 rated to his northeast. Another Cybern for Team 2 in Chevy Crimson. It is Adikos. I think that's how you say his name. He is a 1340 rated. And rounding off Team 2, we have the only player to make a different choice. It is Eco Player 7 playing as a UEF in orange color orange as a 1679 rated. So for Team 2 side of the map, this was almost a full Cybern game, but Eco Player had to choose differently. They have 1 UEF, 2 Cybern, and then 0 Aeon and 0 Seraphim, which, again, I have to shout out the apologies to the Aeons and the Seraphim. You are not represented, so hopefully you will enjoy the game. Nonetheless, again, apologies to those loyal to the princess and, of course, those that love to make grand entrances but just arrive late every time. Hopefully, again, you enjoy nonetheless. And for these 6 players on the map, let's take a look at their reclaim situation, currently sitting at 15,000 mass and reclaim. Makes it 2.5k mass per play. That's definitely worth writing home about for sure. Major clumpages of reclaim on the western and eastern sides of the map. We do see, a couple of 300s more over here, more towards the middle-ish sides of the map, but pretty much those 2 big circles are where the most of the reclaim currently is. And in terms of calm distributions, 2 players in this game are kind of landlocked, given they started on upper plateaus, so we won't worry about where they're going just as of yet. But we do see movement from Team 1 going southward to meet up against Team 2's Excited. He's probably, again, excited about that. And then we have Team 1's player of Drimmer over here facing off against Adikos. And again, it's Gava going on that western side. I will note that we have distance building going down on either side of the map. So both Team 2 and Team 1's upper plateau players are like, hey, I need to get to the lower section. Easy way to do that is just distance build down there and get something going. We do see a T1 bomber going after the landlocked player of Eco. He loses his engineers. That's unfortunate. Bomber's going to make another pass. Kills off the transport. That's also doubly unfortunate. Going after the P-Gens. He says no to that and shoots down that bomber. Maybe there'll be another one inbound. We do see a nice little T1 Mantis over here to the east. Trying to, again, prevent any sort of expansions for Team 2. In terms of extra mexes on the map, there are 2 5-star mex positions on, again, upper plateaus, which is interesting. We see kind of a lot of those recently in past couple of games with a lot of more actually viable upper plateau positions, and they are isolated too. We have a Trimex position here, and then again mirrored over there. And there is some mexes to be shared, or maybe shared, for some players on Team 2 and Team 1 with this 5-star mex position. Maybe another player could have started there, or even maybe another player could have started over there. This map could have been a 5v5. Again, this small 5v5 would be, it'd be very just immediately, engaging. But, we'll see if 3v3 is enough for this size map. And again, it is a small map, given I can't see the southern and northern edges of the play space, so it's probably about a 13 or 13. So we do see gun started for Gava on the western side, not pushing it as much to this Trimex position. Same thing happening on Team 2-1's eastern side of the map. Really fighting over these 2 Trimex positions. Neither team really wants to have the other team grab those. We do see there is some mexes to be had here as well. Team 1 sent some units to just cause some harassment, maybe some early engineers were saying, hey, those are ours, and Team 1 said absolutely not. I was reviewing the comments left on some videos, and someone mentioned Lapis Blue being the name to replace Royal Blue. I tried, Space Marine, but again, it's kind of a darker blue. Stitch Blue is a closer color to that Space Marine. So someone suggested Lapis Blue, which I'm like, that's pretty darn close to what Lapis Lazuli, as an example, looks like in Minecraft. So that might be the replacement for Royal Blue. I'm thinking about it, testing the waters maybe with it, just throwing it out as a suggestion. So again, let me know if that's a good change to the color. We do see Drimmer himself is now in this Trimax position, saying, "Hey, go away," and Team 2 is saying, "Okay, we can go away now. Bye." Still units inbound from Team 1's Gabba Gabba to push the middle of the map. Nobody's in the pond. Given it's literally in the middle, it's a very central point on the map. Neither team is like, it's fine, I don't care, I'll go land. Maybe nobody wants to go for those walkie-walkie units of those Salem-class destroyers. That would be pretty interesting to watch. And again, it is a little sad this wasn't a full Cybran game. Very rarely do we get games where it's just one faction, and I can say, those are Mantis, and those are whatever other unit, but T2 tanks, T3 tanks, that sort of thing is just a little bit easier to say when there's more than one faction. Gun started for actually done for Excited. So it's gun v gun with stealth online for Gabba Gabba and then Nano. So it will favor Team 1 if they go for some com v com engagements. Com v com engagements in ladder matches are it's infrequent how many times they happen, because some matches they happen just all the time. And in some matches, they just hardly ever happen, if happened at all. There's been, I think, one match where it never happened. Maybe two matches where it's never happened. But still one match that nobody died in. So that's still on the channel. Anyway, to the eastern side, we have Drimmer going for his gun upgrade. Team 2's player, I was going to say, has not left his plateau, but literally defies the caster and says, nah, I was just about to. He just had to wait a second. I go, fine, I'll be patient, wait a second. There it is. He's now on the same plane as pretty much everybody else. Team 1's upper plateau player has not left. He is still shootable if Team 2 got some units there. So he is going to be able to be shot at for now. Team 1 Bombers over the top going after that nice little T2 mix. It was just sitting there minding its own business, and Team 2 said absolutely not. Gun started for Team 2's Adikos here in the east. And Team 2 still hasn't claimed that Trimax position yet. Team 1, they're jumping in terms of leading, but looks like averaging about 30 mass a second, so it's about 10 mass a second per player. Western side, Team 1 really trying to keep this position away from Team 2, but Excited's like, no, these are mine, go away. And looks like Team 1 is pretty much thinking the same route. With the gun upgrade really spearheading through this, it's going to be one of those, maybe we'll weaken the comm a little bit or something, but it won't really matter by the time anything else from our team gets there. So he's going to be fine in terms of his loss in hit points. Gun started for Eco Player on the eastern side. So we have gun, no gun, gun nano, and then gun stealth. It's probably soon to be nano. Stealth started for Team 2's Adikos in the east. Maybe we'll see just a bunch of telemasers. Again, 5 opportunities for telemaser commanders. So maybe we'll see a bunch of those jumping in around the map. I was going to say running, but they don't really run unless you want to count them running through quantum space tunneling thing, Einstein bridging nonsense, whatever. We do see units inbound from Eco Player to harass Drimmer. Lots of T1 PD protecting this emplacement, so those units go, nope, gonna go this way now, and that's where the bulk of those units from Drimmer currently is sitting. He has started his nano upgrade. I love all of the T1 PD protecting him. So there's no any sort of initial I'm going to try to stop that upgrade. That's not going to happen. You see gun stealth done for Adikos on the eastern side. Looks like he's grouping up to move in to go after Drimmer. Drimmer will probably 95% maybe finish that upgrade. The two comms are getting closer. They can outrange those T1 PD with the gun upgrades online, but it's a matter of getting there in time and making it worth it, essentially, is the point. We do see Gabba Gabba leading his troops against Team 2's Excited on the western side. Stealth started for him and progressing quite nicely, I will admit. And there's the T1 PD being eliminated. 70% in climbing. Actually, this is not a T1 PD. That's just some wall sections to do distract Team 2, as it were. We do see some veterancy happening here for Eco now. Some hoplites are shooting at him. That's never fun. He doesn't have nano on board, so he won't be regenning super quickly, but he's getting some nice kills. He's almost up to 1,000 mass already in terms of killing. We do see Adikas at no mass killed, and we see Excited at almost 2 veterancy, and then Gabagaba's at 0. With Blades still hanging out on the edge over there. He likes living on the edge, quite literally. First com-to-com action happens at 13.5 minutes or so between Eco player of Team 2 and Drimmer of Team 1. Do we see anything other than the Team 1 air unit? Looks like it's just Team 1 for now. In terms of mini-maps, I can't tell if there's upgrades or not. And you see, again, it's 2v1s. If both players focus the comm, they will kill off that commander. It might be a murder-suicide at a bare minimum. T2PD is online, thinning out the horde from Team 2, and honestly, they need that horde. Eco needs to now get out of there. He's losing hit points incredibly quickly. All Drimmer has to do is just push his units forward and say, attack, and that might be it. He does get some veterancy. Eco player gets back up to a little bit under 50%, but looks like he's going to be fine. He's focusing the T2PD now, essentially saying that's the only thing that can really shoot at him at this point. Now we have a mesh of units from Team 2. Drimmer now taking shots from Adikas' commander. Still don't know if I'm saying his name right. And all of his forces actually going to the edge of the map, maybe trying to get out of range of the explosion that might be happening. Eco and Adikas hitting that comm, and Eco is dropping hit points. He has to be careful, maybe to get some extra veterancy to maybe stay alive a little bit longer. There's a couple of T2 units mixed in here, a couple of hoplites he could easily get some veterancy for. But as a reminder, if Drimmer does drop below 5,000, actually no, it doesn't matter because that'd be both of them kills. Never mind. Eco dropping below 16.6. Ooh, drop below 13. Looks like he's going to be fine. I was thinking for whatever reason, if Drimmer drop below 5,000, that Eco would be able to still kill him, but it's 2,500 with only 1 commander exploding. Don't know why I thought it was the other way around. Anyway, Gaba and Excited changing shots between one another. We do see Nano keeping him alive quite well, and Excited now drops into the yellow. He's almost that 2-star vet, and Gabagaba's a little bit over halfway to his 2nd star as well. Some units inbound from Team 1. Some Wagners. Looks like they used the water a little bit to cause some annoyances for Team 2, but yeah, it's not going to do a whole lot, to be honest. Yep, there he goes. He almost kills off the Team 1 PD. Almost did something, but that's not enough. And in terms of Eco, Team 1 and Team 2's, differential was essentially 10 mass a second. And I will note that I am getting better in terms of being sick, but I'm still stuffed up considerably, so it would explain why my voice is so whatever. I will try to see if maybe I'll just tank a bunch of vitamin C or something, and maybe that helps or something, but I don't know. We shall see. Again, tomorrow's video is going to be the viewer submitted video Thursday instead of Wednesday, as evidenced by this being the video for today being Wednesday, at least in terms of releasing the video, not recording. So just be aware of that. We do see some fire beetles running around, and some hoplites are really trying to shoot at it. You can see the radar signatures saying, hey, get them. I thought those they have cloaking, but they don't have stealth, which is interesting. And don't know where they're going, but they are going to hit some Team 1 PD, and those are going to kill them very quickly. That's a little unfortunate, to be honest with you. And they should be firing at them. Oh, yep, there they go. And, yep, you are within range of the radar, and there went those. Gun started for Blade, so now every comm in the game at least has a gun upgrade. Brick inbound from Team 1 kills off 1 T2 mech, kills off a 2nd T2 mech. Going to kill off a 3rd T2 mech. Going to kill off maybe a 4th T2 mech, even maybe a 5th T2 mech. That's 9, 18, 27. That's 45 mass potential being eliminated from Team 2's coffers per second. That is unfortunate. There is a Viper here. That's not as useful for Team 1. For Team 2. Bombers constantly raining over top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. Is he going to make it a 6 multi-kill? That was a pentakill is what that was. Renegades trying to do work, but now the brick is on 3-star vet. Shield is down. Oh, no, not the E-storages. Oh, there goes the P-gen. Oh, that's a little unfortunate for Excited. There probably goes all of his...
under attack.
Yep, there goes all of his overcharge. His comm is getting hit right now. The brick is still alive. The brick is still alive. The brick is going to get a 6th one. Nope, he doesn't. Actually, he does get a 6th one. Look at that. Is that a T1 mech, though? That was a T2 mech. So that's 6 mechs kills with 1 brick. But Team 1's Gaba Gaba pushes in a little bit too much and now getting gestured by Team 2. Will he get enough veterancy to survive? No, he does not. And he is killed off by Excited on the Western Front, making this now a 3v2 in favor for Team 2 at almost 19 minutes on the clock. Transport picks up the comm of Blade. Now he's going to sub in for Gaba Gaba, protecting this Western Front, and probably all of this stuff will be transferred over to him. I think I would assume everything else will be transferred over or keeping for Drimmer. We do see that bomber get shot down. That bomber did get shot down. Look at that. I don't know what shot it down, but looks like he killed off a T2 mix at a bare minimum. But only 1 T2 mix isn't really worth the mass cost of a strat bomber. And that is, yep, T3 air. He's going to build some gunships, so he's not going to go for the bomber strat again. T2 air and T3 land, and no T3. Oh, T3 lands over here. Look at that. Very far forward, I might add, but it does cut down on travel time, to be honest. Team 1, we have T2 land down there and T2 air up there. Almost done with T3. Team 1, we have T3 land done, of course, because Drimmer launched that brick at his opponents. And honestly, that brick more than paid for itself. Team 2 still recovering, rebuilding Team 1 mexes, but oof, that cuts a hole in Team 2's eco significantly. Shield field started here for eco players comm. He's not looking too hot on board his comm himself. He is at almost 3-star vet, though. But it'll give him, is it 5,000 additional hit points for shielding? I think it's 5,000. Maybe it's 6, but I think it's 5. Western side's kind of died down in terms of the action. Currently, Team 2 jumps for a little bit. Maybe it was power related about why they were so down in the mass department. And with 3 players on Team 2 and the eco advantage, Team 1 desperately needs a kill because that APM will definitely be eating Team 1 alive sooner rather than later. Shield is done for Team 2's eco, and it is 5. For some reason, I was like, I feel like it's a little bit more than 5, but no, it is. Mechs is being eliminated. They are the exterior mexes. Interceptors going after the gunships, and the gunships are being eradicated by interceptors. That's never fun. Is there an ASF in there? No. It's just interceptors, no ASF. ASF inbound from Team 2. It's thinning them out, but another bomb. Oh, it's going to land on the upper plateau. Oh, that's unfortunate. What is that? 900 mass. That's just going to be stuck up there for a little bit. And looks like another gunship is dead right on the edge. That's a lot better placement. Looks like one of the 4 gunships remain. Nice grab by Team 1. And they'll get an ASF out of it as well. Drimmer's just going to ignore this base. Oh, sorry, ignore this base and go after this one. That's a T3 land headquarters is what that is. Trying to produce a Percy. But there's 4 bricks inbound. Good luck with that. And we do see some forces inbound, but those bricks are well equipped to deal with a lot of T1 spam, to be honest. And look at this Percy. He's going to focus on the bouncer. Which can you attack the AA, and he can go after everything else. He goes after one of them, gets that one. Looks like that's what Team 2's forces are doing, target the AA. But that T3 land headquarters is not going to be good in terms of actually being alive. And you can see the engineers trying to assist the reconstruction, the repairing, but it's not going to work. And Team 2 is killed, or eco player on Team 2 is killed off by Drimmer with the distraction, I would assume, of going after this. And I was even distracted by it. By nice grab, though, from Drimmer. Now, in terms of the APM, it's, again, roughly, air quotes, about even. Another T2 mech, another T2 mech, another T... Nope, that one doesn't count. Got 2 T2 mexes and a strat bomber. But everything transferred over to not Excited, but to Adikos. Except that one bomber for whatever reason. Western side, Team 2 is Excited, is pushing into Blade. Again, it's Gun Nano versus Gun Nano. 3 vet, almost 4 vet to 2 vet. And Excited's just using his comm to tank a little bit. Overcharge kills off almost that brick, does about 6,000 damage. Another overcharge kills off that first brick, and then again half of the other one. Excited's still using that comm against everything else from Team 2, and Blade pushes in and goes, I have made a mistake, and pulls right back. Bricks here from Excited, gonna say nuh-uh-uh. Again, EMP weapons are ineffective against T3 units unless you're talking about these suicide weapons. And Bomber from Team 1 strikes at Excited's commander. Ooh, that's a lot of TMD, but not a lot of PD, and he's building some now, but if those bricks get within range, Overcharge might help a little bit. They're grouped up quite nicely. Overcharge, if it does activate, depending on how much power he has within his reserves, might be enough, but more bricks are added. Blade is still there. Blade is going to get killed off here. Oh, yep, there he goes. There was some bombers and other bombers and gunships and whatnot, but we have T1 bombers and T3 bombers going after Excited's comm. Not looking good for him. Not looking good. There's that strap bomber over there. There he is. Excited trying to run for shield coverage. He's building some as we speak. Team 1 AA trying to be spammed up as quickly as possible. The nano is pretty much the thing keeping him alive at this point. His forces charging in with the confusion of it being transferred over to Drimmer. Eastern side's kind of died down in action for at least a little bit. Excited dropping. Where's that T3 bomber at? Is it not going after the comm still? I find it a little odd, but it's not a big deal, I guess. But he does go underneath shield coverage, which means he will be fine for now. And with that, it went from a 3v2 to a 2v2 to now a 2v1. Back in favor for Team 2. It is Team Drimmer at 600 mass a second versus Team 2's 400 and I'd say 500. Let's round it up, make it 500. It's about 150 mass in Team 1's favor, but he is starting to lose some of that with these mexes being eliminated. T3 landed quarters. That's going to be unfortunate. Definitely doesn't want to lose the headquarters. It's a lot of E-storage there. That's not maybe a great placement for that. Eastern side, those forces from Team 1, Team Drimmer moving in. Oh, look, E-storage here. That's very explosive. Oh, look, there it is. Destroyers on the shoreline for Drimmer. He does do the thing. Big boat, small pond, walkie-walkie thing. He does do it. Not a T3 area quarters. There's one there, though. So I guess Adikas has now 2 T3 area quarters is to his disposal. Missiles probably would be better off to just throw them on this. Looks like they've already done some damage to that. I like how this bomber is literally just stuck. Okay, there it's moving. It's like it was literally just, frozen in place. No, target the E-storage. Target the E-storage. You can blow everything. Ah, there it is. Looks like you heard me. There's the E-storage. Oh, it does a little bit of damage to the headquarters, but does kill off some power, so that's actually not great because he's only sitting at about 1,000 power roughly, so a couple more T2 P-gens go down and his power go bye-bye, and that means his mass goes bye-bye as well. Well, at least a decent portion of it. We do see Team 2 constantly pushing this way, and that is the one benefit of having at least multiple of the same faction on the team is that, well, if you lose the headquarters here, doesn't matter because you have another one over here. So, backup. Just ingrained backups is always nice. Monkey Lord half online here for Team 1. Looks like he's pushing in, just wiping out everything within range without going on the land first. Again, we'll see if the destroyers actually do sprout legs and walk instead of wings. And Cruiser is down. Couple of bricks, just come say hi, and that's enough to say, we're good. He's probably not going to invest in T3 Naval just because, battleships would get some more range against other destroyers, but probably maybe about there. Maybe if even they're lucky, maybe about there, but not enough to really be that impactful. So, but we'll see. Never know. Engineers from Team 1 and Team 2 hanging out. Team 1 PD going to say nope to that. Oh, don't reclaim it. Just capture it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Could have just captured it, but that's okay. Team 2 is like, we don't like that. Go away. Kicks those engineers right out. Air grid expansion slowly progressing here for Team 2. going to be slow just because, I mean, usually a lot of matches, the air grid doesn't really get expanded very much. Usually a couple of facilities, maybe a small grid, maybe a 3x2 or something, but not crazy stuff like we see in 6v6s, that sort of thing. I don't see any crazy nonsensical happenings. I do like the Omni in the main base, though, for Excited. I love that. He does have a T2-1 over here. Hopefully he goes for T3, but you might be able to see the whole map just with that one. And he does, so look at that. Team 1, where's your Omni? Second question, do you have an Omni? And that is a no. You even have a T2? You don't even have a T2. What? Why do you not have an Omni? What is this? I mean, any place would be good, but back here would be better. We do see Monkey Lord and Crab soon to be built. Monkey Lord's going westward. And maybe those Percys from Team 2 can come say hi to the western side. T3 landing quarters has been rebuilt. That is not rebuilt. That is still Siren. This is UEF. No T3 landing quarters for Team 2 as of yet. That is such a shame because of Percys. But that's just me being a Percy fan, to be honest. Not a lot of ASFs online for either team, but definitely Team 2 I think has the, I say bulk of them, but that's, there's not a lot to go around, to be honest. It's about double the advantage, but that could just be a good turn for either team, and that could probably be it. Gabba Gabba points out something over here. I don't know if he knows the monkey. Does Team 2 have any idea? They do have an idea about the Monkey Lord, so it's not like they're blind to that. And that might just determine the game, that one Monkey Lord. I am somewhat surprised he's not sending it down the middle from, against Team 2 over here this way. And there are some bricks in the water. That's not going to do that much damage to the Monkey Lord. It would be a nice surprise, and just there's really nothing for Team 2 to defend against that, so it would be a great grab there. But we shall see. Monkey Lord trying to just slowly push all this brick wall back from Team 2. And Eastern Side's kind of died down significantly on the action portion of the game. Again, looks like Germany's more focusing on this possible incursion over here. And that's where, again, a lot of the APM for Excited is going, is on that western front. And my nose is just giving me a hard time right now. Just, dang. Not stop clogging every 5 seconds. Okay, that's why my voice sounds the way that it does, is because my nose is bullying me right now. You have some Barracudas online poking at those bricks, and those bricks are being overwhelmed by torpedoes. Some nice counter there from Team 1. I keep saying Team 1, but it's Trimmer at this point, but it's ingrained in me at this point, so it's kind of hard to not say Team 1. Another Monkey Lord online now going for Mega. Crab, Mega Lord. Megalith, sorry. Megalord. Different franchise. That's like Megatron and Mega, what is it, Zoid? Well, what's the thing from Power Rangers? Dang, I forgot what the name is. I want to say Megazord, Zord, something like that. Anyway, bricks engaging on this western side against the bricks from Team 1 is just a Cybern v Cybern warfare, civil war thing. Corsairs inbound for the Monkey Lord, so Team 2 was prepping for it a little bit. Kills off a good portion of the health. Doesn't drop him below 50, but drops him significantly. ASFs are like, yeah, no second bombing runs for you. Monkey Lord is online for Team 2. So there is that. And looks like the remaining assisting forces are just down to bricks for Team 1. And you could possibly run by, but it's such a narrow corridor that's not really worth it up there. You see Team 2 is starting to maybe move in that direction, though. Team 2 on the eastern front, nothing too crazy now. It's just a lot of bricks, no Percys, which is just super sad. Lots of T1 PD up there for whatever reason. The western side, it's very much just posturing back and forth. Nothing really committal one way or the other. And, ooh, Monkey Lord from Team 1 moving this way. Team 2's Monkey Lord's moving that way. And is it going for the main base? Is it going for the main? It is going for the main base. Does Team 2 notice it? I would presume that they maybe do. Bricks still causing some havoc for Team 1. Looks like they killed off the Barracudas. And now they're going after, again, target the Salems and then target everything else. Because the Sirens do not have torpedoes. Oh, does Team 2 notice? Does Team 2 notice Monkey? And it looks like somebody from Team 2's Eco's like, hey, you should probably just double up. It's 2v1 Monkey Lord. The Monkey Lord's now pushing westward. This is the perfect time. You push him with the Monkey Lord here from the eastern side, and then the Monkey Lord is either forced to go back to deal with it or engage the Monkey Lord from Team 2, and it looks like he is doing just that. He's pulling back. The Monkey Lord has taken some damage from those Salems and Sirens, to be fair. Monkey Lord in the base here for Team 1. Sorry, front for Team 1 against Team 2. Decals using the overcharge, dealing some damage to that Monkey Lord. Monkey Lord is not focusing the comm. He sees the comm now, second or third overcharge. Oh, it's not going to be enough, though. It's not going to be enough. Oh, Monkey Lord down to 10,000 health. And now Team 2 is going to lose a huge portion of that base. And now the Monkey Lord was not killed off. This base is gone. The Monkey Lord's going to sit and cover underneath the surface of the waves. Transport's going to try to keep that Monkey Lord's hit points down, but it's now back up to 20,000 health. One more overcharge, I think, probably would have done it from Adikas, but I love the attempt, though, nonetheless. Looks like the stomping is doing more damage than anything else. Whaler's inbound, and now he's at 4-star vet. He's going to get to 5-star vet. He's not going to get additional hit points back, but, you know, at this point, it doesn't really matter. Tons of eco loss for Team 2. Monkey Lord still sitting there. Missile or artillery? Missiles. Don't hit the don't hit the Monkey Lord. Looks like they're going after stuff in the base, it looks like. Monkey Lord's not moving eastward. Second Monkey Lord or third, whatever number here for Excited's being built. We have Team 2 PD being built. But that's T3 Mexes being eliminated. Oh no, that's so much mass being lost for Team 2. Oh, this might be game-winning move by Drimmer. We will see if it ends up being it, but it's still a great move nonetheless. Hey, that one comment that the caster made about just sending a Monkey Lord through the water kind of happened and actually proved to be very useful. There you go. Just look at the carnage. Oh, that Mex didn't die, though. But 4 Mex is dead there. 5 more Mex is dead there. So 10 Mex is dead. That's 270 if they were all T3 Mexes. So lots of eco. Still coughing. Still annoyed at my sickness. Where'd that Monkey Lord go? I don't see it over here. Oh, it's dead. Over there. Oh. Well, Team 1 Bomber's inbound from Team 1, and it's going to do some damage. Not as much as those Corsairs, though, to be honest. And a lot of those bombers did die before they dropped payload. That Monkey Lord is still alive, by the way. 5-star, not 5-star, 5,000 hit points at 1 star. And we're going to see a little bit of recoiling from Team 2 just to repair everything. There's a Monkey Lord now, I guess, patrolling the background, I guess. No idea what that... Is that it? That's a dupe. That's what that is. Does Team 1 know about it? No, they do not. So, good news for Team 2 is as long as there isn't an SMD anywhere near the comm, that comm's dead. But given the fact that, you know, the highest rated players in the game are still alive, being Drimmer and Excited, I feel like if Team 2's Excited does launch the nuke, Drimmer's going to move immediately. So either you maybe try to psych out the comm and shoot where he's maybe going to go, or you start blowing stuff up. I would recommend T3 land headquarters, T3 air headquarters, secondary T3 air headquarters. Actually, mass efficiency-wise, you target right about there, and it should clip all of that and all of that in one fell swoop. Yeah, you still have this to blow up, but that main air grid back there is a little bit more enticing because of just all of the stuff next to it, especially with Drimmer not sitting on a lot of power. Granted, Team 2 doesn't know that. And he's not spending all his mass as well, so he's just burning mass. It's burning a hole in his pocket, or it's falling out of his pockets and landing on the ground. Bricks inbound from Team 2. Oh, no, the pigeons. Not pigeons. Sorry, the E-storages. Not the E-storages. Still no T3 land headquarters. What? Why? Why? Even if you just build one up here and drop troops constantly, it'd be worth it. Bricks moving in to intercept the brick wall or brick line or brick whatever from Team 1. And they're moving in quite nicely. More P-gens. Looks like the Monkey Lord is almost done. At this point, may just need to fuel the Monkey Lord. But maybe one P-gen will die. It won't cause a cascade in any means, but he'll still lose a P-gen. Couple of defenses, but nothing too mission consistent critical, to be honest. And looks like that's artillery firing from Team 1. We do see some of those. They are Medusa shooting at the T3 air headquarters. That is very funny to watch, given that the Cerberus are like, we can't. The ground. Can you move it out of the way, please? It's annoying, is what it is. At least Team 1's eyes. How's the nuke going? It's getting a lot of assistance now from some hives. So it's really leaning into that, like, well, efficiency-wise, you use one thing to blow up a bunch of other things and don't spend a bunch of mass on a bunch of other things. So, again, it could work. We've also seen it not work. SMD, there's an SMD. Is it? It's not loaded. Does Team 2 know where the SMD is? They do not. So, either he gets lucky with the SMD kill, in terms of killing off the SMD, or he gets one nuke in, and then the Drimmer just hyper-focuses loading that SMD. One or the other. Bricks over here to the east, thinning out what remains of the UEF infestation in Cybran affairs. They always try to stick their nose so they don't belong, those UEF. And T3 air headquarters is down. That's a nice grab, at least. Those Medusa really coming in handy of shooting again over the hill. There are bricks moving in the wake of that megalith, and that megalith almost killed off that Monkey Wood. There's another one there. If both Monkey Woods could get within range, that would be great, and the Monkey Wood could maybe try to use the hill to its advantage. I highly doubt it. Another Monkey Wood inbound again, using the water to hide. And we do see on the eastern side the bricks of forced the vacation of Team 2's forces there from that 5-storm expedition. Mexes are still not getting rebuilt by Team 2. That is a lot of mass being left on the table. And probably could help load that nuke a lot faster. He's going to fire it immediately, and he is going to go after the SMD. Nice! So either he saw it or he's going to get very lucky here. He just is going to get very lucky here. Unless he changes his target, that nuke should be firing. There it is right now. And there it goes. Let's see, does Drimmer immediately move? No, he does not immediately move. He's probably waiting for the rough line. Looks like he was maybe trying to target the bug. SMD is going to try to be spam loaded. And move calms his blade. He's like, well, it might be fine. And Monkey Lord is dead. Looks like some strap bombers landed on top of the Mega, but that didn't end up working. Here comes the nuke, and kaboom! Wipes out 5 mexes. So there's that, and all the engineers that died as well. Looks like Drimmer's like, I'll move now, after the nuke has fired. And another air fight happens. Team 2's lost it. It might just be an APM thing at this point. How's that second nuke loading? Oh, not too bad. 46,000 mass killed. Monkey Wood pointed out by Eco, using the same route again. Another Monkey Wood after that. He might just get ran over on land forces. Yeah, that's not going to go well for him. He's not also scouting as well, so he's not aware of where anything on Team 1 is. Team 1, do we have constant scouting going? Not all the time. They still don't know where it is there. If you track the location of because the nuke travels in a line, he's probably thinking it's down there somewhere, if he focused on where it came from originally. Megalith is inbound to the western base over here. And lots of PD has been spammed up. Brick's also moving in to intercept, but that's Mega is going to be the issue. I think maybe Team... Oh, they're going this way. Look at that. They are moving westward. That's not good for Team 2. If the nuke dies, that probably will be game just right there. Bug is inbound. Not a lot of AA from Team 2. He's going for it, it looks like. Is he still aware? He's not. Oh, he's aware of it now. There it is. He has spotted that nuke launcher. He's going to blow it up. Mega's being built. No AA, at least not really a lot of AA, to be honest. Couple of ASFs, but that nuke is going to get assisted. There's a P-gen. That's going to overload the capacity, and it's down anyways because it goes underneath the top of the shielding. Hive's getting blown up. Yeah, there's really not a lot of left here for Team 2. Mikey Wood moving in to intercept Mikey Lord. There goes the nuke. Goes boom. And there goes, I think, Team 2's pretty much last hope maybe for winning the game. There's tons of mass still being rebuilt on Team 2's side of the map. There goes the Mikey Lord. But this base is gone. And now this western half of the map for Team 2 is going to be eliminated. We do see a movement on ground, though. So it might come down to, can that comm of Excited stay hidden long enough? Because from Team 1's perspective, they have a bug. Not built yet. There is a... Okay, there's a monkey here. Never mind. Never mind. I was saying it might be a counterattacking mount. Might not be, though. We do see still going after some stuff for Team 2. There's another Monkey Wood being built there. Just whatever Team 2 can throw at this point. And Monkey Wood's going to meet Monkey Lord. There's a lot of bricks here. It probably won't be enough. We have Corsairs also inbound. That's going to really hurt. That doesn't necessarily one-tap the monkey, but definitely not puts it in a good way. And those monkeys will be... maybe killed off, but it doesn't matter because the force is stopped nonetheless. And we do see that bug is almost dead. 83,000 mass killed with that one solitary bug. Comma's moved a little bit. 44 minutes almost on the clock. And we have a Mega and a Monkey on the western side. Most of those bricks have now been dealt with. The other Monkey did get killed off, but doesn't matter at this point. Team 1 has an SMD there. It's half loaded. No more secondary nukes from Team 2. Team 2 didn't have one rebuilt as of right now, at least that I've noticed. That that bug is still alive. Oh, there it is. It's dead and gone. Looks like a monkey's going to intercept the monkey. Laser activates first. 1 star to 0 stars. Oh, monkeys go out of range for a second. Gun refocuses forward. Maybe he's trying to go after the Mega. 25,000 hit points. Almost back on board. Nope, it's not within range yet. Where is it going? I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe they found the comm. Looks like he's playing Ring Around the Rosie with those experimentals. Oh! Oh, that's going to be fun in about 2 seconds. I'm going to slow that down. Oh, nope. Did you not? You're not going to do the thing? You're not going to one-tap the comm? I thought you knew where the comm was. There's some pinging going down, so maybe they do know. I was like, oh, I'm going to just slow this down for 2 seconds so we can watch the death of the comm, but they killed off the Mega. ASFs are inbound. Oh, they see the comm. They're going to retask. Nope, not going to retask. Looks like they all get killed off by the time they make their turns. There's a bug, though. That might just squash Excited's comm in about a couple of seconds. Nope. Okay, never mind. I got excited and then nothing happened. Blade says there's the comm. Comm is down there. Oh. Well, that amount of Corsairs is not threatening at all. I mean, it'll tickle the comm. Maybe drop him, maybe, if they're lucky into the yellow, if they're lucky, but... Nope. Dances just a little bit. Not enough. Oh, but that wave might be enough. And there goes the firing of the missiles. 4,000 hit points remain. Just send the Soul Ripper at this point, to be honest with you. He's going to regen back up at least to probably 50% before that bug even gets in the range. And at this point, I mean, there's nothing that Team 2 has that can really fight back at this point, unless they have a secret nuke or something. No, again, 5 Cybern Commanders. No telemaser. That's so unfortunate. It just really is, because 5 opportunities. Granted, some players did die earlier on in the game before they could probably do that, so that's fine. But the potential was there. Oh, there's 3 bugs. Okay, he's just going to completely annihilate that comm in about 4 seconds. Are they going for the comm? They are not going for the comm. You know what? This will be +3. Because I feel like it's taking way too long. There's a Megalith and a Monkey Lord. There's bricks over there. I don't know if you have enough bugs. I don't know if he has enough bugs either. You can never be too careful. He did get some AA. Hey, there's that. But 50%? Over 50%. There's a shield. There was a shield. All the AA has been dealt with. They fly right over the comm. And they fly right back over. And literally shooting everything but the comm. And then now the comm's getting hit. And now the comm's dead. 47-47 is the recorded death of Team 2's Excited. Team 1 wins the game. And honestly, that move with the Monkey Lord did such a good job of just wiping a lot of the eco out. And killing off a player. For Team 2. It did so much work. Even some of those mexes that were killed off still weren't upgraded to T3 yet. So such a good job. Rob Drimmer, MVP, of course, goes to him. I did like the nuke play. Maybe if Excited had scouted Team 1 at, a little bit before the nuke was fired, maybe, I don't know if they could have flown something this way. There's actually just, to be fair, there's a lot of just AA lined around the map, so there maybe was a possibility of going this way, of kind of flying in, actually from the T3 area quarters that was over here, flying in some spy planes over the top of the, the two main bases over here. Maybe found the comm, maybe targeted the comm, because the comm of Drimmer didn't move until the nuke already landed. So it could have been a win for Team 2 had the nuke been fired at the comm. So alternate reality, Team 2 won because of the nuke, maybe, but that's more of a what-if scenario. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, apologies for my voice, still recovering. I don't know what I have, but this thing will not go away. But thank you so much for watching. I really, really, really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please like the video and subscribe as always to the channel. And I will see all of you in the next one.